I'll just count down from five. Five, four, three, two, one, go. So right now you start off the game in a certain timeline that you may be familiar with if you watch the show. It involves future Trunks,
Yeah, it involves the future.
and
It's the future Trunks art. If you ever seen the special episode that explains why future Trunks went back in time, that you're playing in that part.
right now it's actually considered it's designed actually for the tutorial. So right now Gohan is telling you how the game works. You know, punch, power, running, you know what's inside certain rocks, and you know yada yada. So right now you're gonna see kind of the ending of a history of Trunks. It's actually a pretty sad scene. I actually thought they actually did this pretty well. You probably didn't notice I'm using Japanese version. It's actually not considered Japanese. The game is actually considered international. That's what it's called. So,
Would you want me to talk about the history of the game?
go ahead. You're pretty good about doing that.
So, this game was originally made. The whole Legacy of Goku series was originally made in the U.S. and it sold enough, or sold well enough, to where other countries wanted the copy of Legacy of Goku 2. But when they made Legacy of Goku 2 out, like in Japan and such, Japan decided to kind of remake it in a way. They changed the artwork. They changed how some of the stats. It's pretty much the same game, but with different artwork and such. But then they renamed it to Legacy of Goku 2 International. So the Japanese version is called that, while the regular version, which was sent out to Europe and then the US and all of North America or whatsoever, was just called Legacy of Goku 2. It was also ported to the 2-in-1 pack, which has Legacy of Goku 1 and Legacy of Goku 2. There's not too much. We don't know if that's an earlier version or not. Like I said, there's not much testing on that one yet. But if it's the same as Boost Fury, which is the third game in the line, it might be an earlier version. We don't know. But like I said, the history based on this game, this is mostly a US game, which is interesting because normally when you see games like this, you would assume that they come from Japan, since anime, Dragon Ball Z originated in Japan, but it wasn't the case. Some trivia. Anything you want to say, Ultra?
One aspect that changes and the reason why I also use international besides just text box is there's this cutscene where you have to talk to Bulma, but you don't, or not Bulma, Chi-Chi, but actually in this game they just actually don't make that a requirement. You can just Again, we're still in a tutorial. The game is trying to get you to learn how to battle. Gohan has starts off with severely stronger blasts. You want to use all your blasts as fast as you can in a better timely manner. 340, that's actually not bad.
It's actually pretty good. Most people who start this game, or especially people who go from Boost Fury into Log 2, can't even get past Frieza, because Log 2 is the difficult version of all the games. Like, it is the hardest version. This game doesn't play around compared to like Boost Fury, where they give you infinite sensu beans, or Log 1, where you can just not take damage.
This game is pretty straightforward. It's very linear. If you know the show, it follows step by step. It adds a few things, things that may not make sense, like why animals are stronger than a Super Saiyan. But it just follows certain logic. Right now, Freeze is about to land, and you're trying to prepare to, stop him. And there's a lot newer mechanics versus Legacy of Goku 1. If you ever played that game, there's a lot of overworld. Just, it doesn't try to teleport you to the next map. It becomes more of an RPG aspect.
That's one of my favorite parts about Log 2 and Boost Fury is that you can fly around the world. I don't know how many people appreciate that, but I think it's the coolest thing, especially if you're in Super Saiyan and the fact that your hair still moves while you're flying. That's really cool.
Who's fair you can't be in Super Saiyan in the world?
You can, but the game glitches out if you do. So I guess you really can.
So I actually helped when I joined this game. This is actually how I met my buddy Mike Soul here, and really helped me actually be a part of Twitch. I was looking for a game, and this is one of the games I was playing casually at the time, and they asked me to speedrun this game. It was actually at its like, I want to say still infancy. Actually, we're still pretty far behind in routing it, but at the time, sub 2 hours was like the impossible run to have. And I helped the moderator at the time, Turov King, help route this game, and I still created it. I had world record for the longest time, and someone new came along and beat my time. He's about 3 minutes faster, but even his run is still pretty weak. So we still got a lot to work on. But this game is a lot of fun, especially if you love Dragon Ball Z. Right now, there's a lot of cutscenes, so Fatso, if you have like any donations, man, I say go ahead.
Well, I don't have any donations to read, but you, the viewers, could change that anytime you like. This is, I guess I'll just plug the the runners. We got Sopa in chat right now. He's from Finland. He's an excellent Mega Man X player. Currently one of the top times in any percent. And he also has a reputation for doing some very interesting runs, like Clockwork Boss Order, Reverse Clockwork Boss Order, and 100% Dashless in Mega Man X. All of which are very, very interesting and scintillating runs. So if you'd like to donate, I'll drop a donate link here. And we can help get Sopanama, among other players, to AGDQ 2019 for the Mega Man X Relay. So,
and I really do appreciate all the support. These are all great runners, and we're all trying to get a good relay going at AGDQ 2019. So I'm gonna be there because I'm gonna support everybody.
I do want to say something because Ultra didn't touch up on it. Earlier, you saw him grab a capsule. In this game, there are like 4 types of capsules: one that increases strength, one that increases endurance, and one that increases stamina. What he did is he grabbed a strength capsule, so that way, in this game, when you level up, you gain 2, 1, or 3, and a strength capsule, just one, would be considered just having a level up at that point in strength. And the last capsule is the gold capsules, which if you gather all of those, you can just teleport out of any map, which isn't necessary for 100%. Sorry.
Actually, it's 1, 3, or 5 plus to the capsules. So there's a lot of +1s to capsules, and then you'll see us grab a +3, and there are only 1 of each +5s, if I'm correctly. And those are behind special gates that take a lot of time to get. Sadly enough, me and my buddy Tira King, we routed 100%. That includes all those, and
You guys are crazy.
that takes about 5 hours. Oh, and that's the cutscene we skipped too, by the way, in Japanese. In English, you actually have to talk to Bulma right there when Goku lands, and he's like, "Go talk to your mom." But in Japanese, you don't have to.
She doesn't need to know what we're about to go do.
So the fun part begins. Everybody's favorite beginning of Log 2, and probably the most tested time when you first start this game, is children. There's 4 children that lost. Someone lost control of a bus, and 4 children are lost, and you gotta find them. One thing I'm gonna do here is grab the sensu bean. Oh,
So-
wait, hold on. That's too early. I'm supposed to go across the bridge first. My bad.
So for some people, and for some of the runners, this is the #1 spot where a run will die. Children is one of the worst spots for like normal movement because you're trying to avoid gaining level ups, and for some reason they want you to gain level ups so you don't die as easily, but that's a waste of time. So we just kind of run past it and try to either take damage as we're going forward while grabbing food drops, or or just try to avoid the enemies altogether. Because every time you level up, there's an animation for leveling up, which is pretty much wasting you time. And especially since in this game there's a level cap for each area technically, or no, there's a level cap for XP. So for right now, if you get XP, we'll get the most of the minimum. But if we go into the next area and get something, we'll get double that XP plus, until it gets to a certain point. So even killing these animals right now, time-wise, wouldn't really help you much. Oh gosh, I'm shocked that didn't hit you as soon as you got out.
The sprite disappears actually. You do a cutscene like
Oh no,
that.
I know that, but that ladybug usually shoots immediately. He actually gave you a second to one.
These snakes are gonna troll me, aren't they? You son of a monkeys. Alright.
Good old snakes.
+2. Okay, there we go. I was gonna wait to explain those. So we want every time we level, it's actually random. Gotta love that in RNGs, right? Or RPGs. It's actually random on your stats, and it's random on stats that you don't even have control over. And what I mean by that is, we unlock 4 characters. We have the first one. Go on. We unlock 4 other characters: Piccolo, Vegeta, Trunks, and Goku. They all start off with their own respective levels. Piccolo starts off, I think, at 10. Vegeta starts off with 18. And Trunks starts off at 25. And the funny thing is the RNG still applies to them. So you can have one run where Piccolo got +2 at every level up he was supposed to have. Ah, there it goes. I was hoping to turn around fast enough. My bad, you guys. That's why we save.
Yeah, you going ballsy.
Yeah, I tried. Gotta
Like
shoot.
normally what people do is they'll get that one of these little bear lions, because they're bear lion. I don't know what they thought it was. They said they're wolves, but those are bear lions. But what they'll do is they'll hide them behind that little breakable rock, so that way that second one just doesn't get in your way. But yeah, in this game, death is very common, because like these animals are at Super Saiyan 2 level or some crazy stuff, man. It's ridiculous.
So the sense of being a guy is for a special reason later on in the run, way at the end. So it's nothing right now. We're trying to time my level up so that you gain full health every time you level up, and I'm trying to time it so that I gain something at a specific time frame. And you can't just mash. I want to highly explain that. You don't want to just mash this. You want to have a distinct time on your presses. Otherwise, you're going to be like just pressing the button when you should have pressed it just a frame a different time later. Otherwise, you're going to get hit.
This game has a rhythm in punching.
You're going to see me want to like there we go. You're going to see me run past enemies. You're going to be wondering, how did I run through an enemy completely like that? What happened? And the game actually doesn't notoriously, keep, it doesn't let you, keep, running by them. So it's an enemy every frame decides whether or not to hit you or not. And there are times where you can almost run through it, and it's like it'll attack you for some strange reason. I forgot to grab a newspaper down here. Nope. And that's like a trading sequence right now. We gotta trade a newspaper for. We got a free newspaper for saving the kids. This guy wants a newspaper, so we have to give him one, and we get a free sandwich. Well, we can't eat the sandwich because Hercule wants the sandwich because he's so important. He is stopping an entire parade for him for a sandwich. And the only reason why we're doing this is so we can get to Piccolo behind it. Instead of flying back there, we just this.
You know, Hercule's got to have his sandwich.
And now
Can't be a
he's
hero without
now he's disappointed with the music we chose, so we got to get him a new music.
So in this game, since this was on the Game Boy Advance, they threw some little Easter eggs out. So like in certain houses, like in this, not this one, but the electronic one, you were supposed to go before this one, which you don't actually have to, as you can tell. There's a little Game Boy Advance sitting on the table, and I think there's a GameCube in Bulma's house. I don't remember, but like there's like hidden Game Boy Advance products all through the level, all through the game. And they're mostly found in like West City and stuff like that. Just a cool little Easter egg in the game. So confirmed, Nintendo is in the DBZ universe.
All right, now we switch to Piccolo because we have to stop Triceratops King from running amok. He's killing some people. He's killing the poor farmers' plants.
Boy, we need our corn though. Our corn.
Like, so are you a Yoshi?
Yes, Goku, I am a Yoshi. I know what he is. Don't you say Yoshi. I'm still gonna think it.
Wow, we got 18 Piccolo. This is phenomenal.
Called it, didn't I?
Well, this better be a good Goku then.
A good Piccolo, a bad Vegeta, and then an average Trunks.
This is what I mean, good. This is not a good Piccolo. I said 18.
18. For some reason, I thought you said 20. Oops.
You mean I need 25 or?
I know 25 would be a god Piccolo though. I've never gotten to 25. The best I've gotten was a 23, which is a possible number for some reason.
So what we're referring to is the punches. In each area, you punch a certain number when you unlock a character. Actually, I'm gonna gotta time these runs here better.
Want me to explain it?
Go ahead.
So in this game, how we already explained the leveling system is it's RNG. So when you get a character, it'll add up all the level ups, which again randomized points added in. So we don't know what we're gonna get until we get it. So for example, this Piccolo kind of got the short end of the stick where his strength didn't get anywhere. So the way we judge it is by when we get the character and how much damage he does to one of the enemies. And we can tell if it's a good character versus a bad one. So look, unlucky for Ultra, his Piccolo is bad. Lucky for him, Piccolo is one of the least important characters in the run. So it's not that bad. It'll be some time losses and then maybe a few fights, but that's about it. And it comes to importance, there's this is the important ones. You got Goku, Vegeta, Trunks, then Piccolo, in that order. Goku being the most important because he has the biggest time you're going to be playing as him. Vegeta, you're pretty much going to be playing Vegeta for half of the game, then Goku. One thing that I can say is Gohan's stats are very consistent for some. They're not like the most consistent because there's still RNG to it, but he'll always have a certain advantage when he levels up in this game. Another interesting factor about this is we didn't know how much Super Saiyan gave us a boost until we started playing on International, because on International, one of their big UI changes is it showed the stat boost of Super Saiyan. Which is kind of interesting because we just guessed that Super Saiyan 2 with Gohan was max stats, and then we saw that and it was like, oh, it is max stats.
Yeah. So, what you saw me there is something we called, what do we call that actually?
Up and down strat? No, you're doing
Yeah,
every frame hit.
So like what we call that is we called it up and down strats apparently. I thought we called it something else.
Every frame hit because you're hitting him on every damage frame.
So on the bigger bosses, you can actually, because they're such a big hitbox, you can stay in the center, punch up, punch down, punch up, punch down, and it's the same roll, and it's just it's crazy. It's really fast. It took a lot longer because I lost control. Also, Piccolo had some really low punches. He was punching 8. I want him to be punching like 10 or 11 there. But he has to have like higher stats for that.
So the way that it works is you're literally hitting the boss on every possible frame. Because when you hit a boss, they go into a iframe where they're taking damage and they're in the little animation. So the way that trick works is you're sitting in the center of him and you're hitting him in one direction. They go into their iframe, get out, hit again, go into iframe. So you're just repeating that over and over again, making him so he can't really move. And supposedly you can do it with any enemy in the game. It's just easier with the bigger enemies. Because I'm pretty sure, Ultra, you've shown that you've done it with 17. You've done it with just about everyone at this
Cell
point.
Jr.
Yeah. No, don't get me started on Cell Jr. I'm not looking forward to explaining that.
So like I said, I routed a lot of this game, and what Mike Soul, my buddy here, told you is true, that this game has XP ceilings, and what that means is even if you go to like an extremely higher level area with a low character, you can only still get a certain number of XP. The game will not like let you level 14 times in a row. So what I've done, is create a route so that we still have to level Gohan for being such a low character. We do it so that we do it in an area, because this is considered like a level 10 area. I do it because these guys, die easily for, my punches right now, right? What we used to do is go in a higher level area that take a lot longer for the same XP. So right now I'm trying to get Gohan 11. And then in the process, we get another capsule, which I will be using on Gohan, I think, later on. So, unless for some strange reason Piccolo needs it.
Let me explain the old route that we used before you changed it.
Go ahead.
So in the old route, before we found out about the level the XP cap, is we would take Gohan, who at that point of the game was at best level 10, and put him into a level 40 area. So literally, for a good portion of the grind, if we got hit once, we died. And it was probably the scariest part of the run, and we would just constantly keep doing this until maybe 27 and then move on, because that's the minimum number we'll need for damage to take on Cell. But that was the scariest part of the run, and then we found out about the XP cap, and then Ultra decided he would route it, and then routed it in a much safer way. That also saves time, because when you're taking on like a level 10 character is taking on a level 40 mob, it takes forever to kill. Even with the charge attack, which is pretty much 2 hits in one, it was taking way too long. So we as soon as that was found, Ultra went out of his way to fix that mistake we made.
We got a lot of +2s. The only one that +2s matter is the first one. That lets us know if we get a +2 for strength. Everything else doesn't matter. Endurance kind of matters for survivability. It's considered your defense really, but that's about it. At level 11, these mobs start to like be worthless, and it takes too much time to try to level up with them. We'll come back to Gohan grinding later on some islands, but this helps him get a free level in the beginning. We'll be getting him back at like level 13. Each character gets 2 free level ups during the story mode, so.
Oh, nice. You didn't pull a me and forgot the key.
Nope. So this is pretty much the beginning. I don't need to really save there because it's just a bunch of cutscenes come up next. Right now we're about to unlock Vegeta. If we got some Vegeta fans up in here. Everybody makes mistakes.
Everybody makes mistakes. You heard it here, folks. To be fair, my favorite two characters are Future Trunks and Gohan, so I can't really say much.
That was Goten.
Goten's my third favorite now. I don't know, Future Trunks after Super just kind of took over. Gotenks is still up there, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose a little bit of time here because of that stupid Piccolo. Lame. Oh yeah, and the dog. Yeah, you guys remember? Everybody remind me. The dog in the old man is like the bane of my existence. I really wish I can get him to like go away. And this is one of the free level ups I was mentioning. Piccolo and Gohan level up for free here after this cutscene.
You actually get 2 free level ups. One from this, and then one from the Hyperbolic Time Chamber later on. For Gohan. Hey, we got someone who's a Piccolo and Krillin fan. Look at that.
Well, you know what to do now, right?
Sensu Bean!
Where's my sensu bean?
I'm not just giving these out. Well, I'm not. Jesus.
We get a free sensu bean from here, which we will be using later on for one of Piccolo's fights. I guess that's a lot of cutscenes right now, so if there's any donations or anything, or...
Unfortunately, still haven't gotten any donations in, but just a reminder that I don't know, we got some cool incentives coming up. For example, in Ape Escape, there's the bonus levels. That's at $20 out of 100, so there's just $80 remaining to see some cool bonus levels in Ape Escape. And then for Shinobi Legions, it's a bonus game which is coming up in about 12 hours, and the cost for that is $50. So if you'd like to get your money in, there's some ideas for what you can do with it. And also, there's a hot bid war for TMNT 4. Which is which turtle is played. So right now we got Dawn in the lead with 300, with Raph trailing just a little bit by $15 at 285, and then Leo and Mike in the dumpster.
Oh, my boy Leo in the bag. Dang.
Dang.
So yeah, I'm gonna throw that donate link up one more time and send it back to you guys.
Alrighty.
As in Dragon Ball Z fashion, send these guys your energy.
So that scientist tells you that because of the spaceship that you just used, you can actually collect Namekians to go to New Namek. We don't do that though, sadly. Not in
That
this
is
run.
only done in 100% in all bosses.
Alright, so please, Vegeta, counter something with Piccolo. Need something going on here, because this is... I expected bad RNG, but dude, I don't really want that. Can we get something going? So we want to punch. We want to punch at least 50s with Vegeta on the first enemy you see. If it's not, then we're sad. 48s, we're sad.
That's better than that's better than what I get normal. I got 32.
How do you get anything below 40? That doesn't make sense.
Dude, I've gotten 32 before, and I don't know why. I will never forget that because I just couldn't I couldn't go anywhere with that. I was just done at that point.
Well, your PB is pretty bad, so you could have still PB'd.
Probably. So these guys are still level 1 enemies, so they just die in one hit. I actually don't know why they're here, other than just to hold this door up.
Oh wow, you actually hit me. Well, this boss is
Wow.
gonna take a while. Well, maybe not that long, but still, I guess it'll take a while. RNG's not with this today, so...
So here's the first chance of us actually using Super Saiyan. And it does bring in bonus stats, bonus movement speed. There'll actually be some like movement tech you'll see later on where we just kind of run through with Super Saiyan just to get go as fast as possible through an area. I'm not sure if you use it for the Dragon Ball section like I do, but you can also use it for Dragon Ball sections to get out of like the low level areas as fast as possible. Because we're trying to go fast. Another thing you may also have noticed by now is that this game actually uses the how do you say his name? I know his name, but I can't say it for some reason. It uses, well, let's just say the English Dragon Ball Z music. I know his name, I just couldn't think of it at the moment.
Bruce Faulkner?
Yeah, Bruce Faulkner. I don't know why I couldn't think of it, but it actually uses his soundtrack, which kind of gives this game a very Dragon Ball Z show-wise feel, which kind of just makes the game better, in my opinion. I know some people who have different opinions on it, but like right now, Vegeta's theme should be playing, so it's like you're like, yeah, I'm badass, but Ultra's getting kind of destroyed here.
Oh my god, what is going on? He was hiding behind that rock. He never does that. Hold on.
Oh yeah, there.
I thought he was at the top. Okay. Come on.
But this goes back to what I'm saying of like, in this game, fighting is brutal because of the way the system works. So another thing in this game, when you're punching someone, you can't just put them into a wall. That's not how this works. If you put them into a wall, depending on where they are and you are, as soon as you hit them at that wall, they're going to either bounce through you, which is going to come behind you, or they're going to bounce a whole nother random direction. Now, normally we can predict if they're going to go through us, but like, let's say against that wall that you saw earlier where he hit the android and he just kind of went further back into another off direction, we can't do much about it. The game kind of chooses where they go. Even if our positioning is just right, it can kind of just go randomly.
Or even if they do hit the wall, sometimes they can just get stuck on the wall, but they still have iframes, so I can't just swing. I have to wait. Like
yeah, that's like where you're standing in front of him close enough to where he has nowhere to bounce for some reason. They'll just stay there and just take the iframe.
Come on, Jiro, you gotta be kidding me.
Man, this looks so painful with those low hits.
Oh, and what? Lame. I did not double tap run. Wow, I'm glad I saved because I knew that was gonna happen too. Man, Jiro is just beyond ridiculous.
You have to fight Jiro 4 times, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because so there's 4 times. And this is the second part of like where most people die. Are you gonna try to do the big bang glitch, or are you just gonna ignore it?
Wow, I bonked again like that. Ignore that.
Alright. You bunked on that little small rock. I saw that.
Again, that's what killed me last time.
Hey, chicken from a rock. Anybody in chat ever have rock chicken?
You've got to be kidding me, man. Like, holy cow, Jiro.
He is not giving you anything.
I was always told that I shouldn't have chicken rock. I should
Yeah.
always cook it first.
Yeah.
Ah. That's
Oh
the
my
safe way.
God,
You never know what you'll catch with it, you know.
You gotta be kidding me, Shiro. Like, this is not... You can't use energy blast because they made it so that you can't, you know, they gain health every time you do that. Man.
Yeah, so the first two androids, if you shoot any Kai Blast at them, they just absorb it and turn it into health, which is really frustrating. For parts like this, where if like you got a very weak Vegeta, it just
Yeah,
becomes
that's the big
annoying.
problem right now, is because I should have killed him by now.
Yeah, they in this game they kind of do respect the lore because they did give some traits to certain characters, like for example the energy draining from androids, Cell being able to drain your life away, which also heals him. Piccolo's regeneration is another thing. If once you get Super Namekian, you'll be able to start healing for like pretty much the same as your energy drops. It's a better Super Saiyan but with weaker bonus stats.
There we go. Sorry about that, folks. That is tough as it probably does not seem to be, so like... The fact that the androids are such a tiny hitboxes, it's stupid. Also, if you punch downwards, enemies tend to have hitboxes that stick out further. So like, I was trying to get him to go down, but every time I did, it was like he would walk a different direction. It was just so weird. So...
And like I said, that's the battle system in this game. It is brutal. If you want a game that can test your patience and test like how focused you can stay at a game, this is one of them.
All right,
Do
so
I have a moment? Oh, sorry. Go for.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
You go ahead.
Okay.
It's just fine
Okay.
at this point.
I got $10 from JP, who says, "Wish I could do more. Really want these guys in the relay. Kill aminals, please." So make sure that you kill any aminals that you come across. All right.
got it.
All right, kill the snakes.
Ah, you stupid board. Shouldn't have done that. Funny enough, if you didn't get enough of Jiro, we get to do it 3 more times. So, but the next fights are pretty straightforward. So, it's only the rocks that really throw off the trajectory of any bounce mechanics that the bosses have. Otherwise, if you can get them off like a straight passage like that, you're pretty fine. It's just ridiculous on the rocks.
Yes, barrier. The one thing we wish we could find a skip for. Would you like to explain how the barrier works, or?
You go ahead. I'm gotta fight Jiro.
Alright. So in this game, we can't progress the story until we destroy these barriers, and to destroy a single barrier, we have to destroy their like energy supply. So as you saw earlier, we blew up one of the energy, I guess, converters or whatever you want to call them, and they're scattered all through this area. So there's one there, there's another one that he's going to be running to if he goes to his right, and then he's going to have to run all the way to the left, do a switch puzzle, and then get the final one. And he's going to have to fight Dr. Jiro both times, so he's going to have to fight him one more time after this.
Want to explain eggs?
Oh yeah, eggs. Another thing that just doesn't make sense in this game. So once he gets up to the top of the mountain, what's gonna happen is he's gonna see a dinosaur, and the dinosaur has made a nest on one of the generators. So we're gonna have to get her to move, and the only way she'll move is if you deliver her eggs to the bottom. So now we have to do the egg carry minigame, and the egg carry minigame is really bad and really annoying. Because once you have an egg in your hand, you can't do anything else. If you take a hit, that egg breaks, and you have to go all the way back up, grab that egg again, and come back down.
Ah, I thought I had it first try.
And there's two ways to do this. There's the safe way, and then there's the quick strat. Ultras right here is trying to do the quick strat, and you can see how really timed it is. Because I don't think you didn't go all the way over enough.
No,
But,
I just didn't go fast enough downwards. Alright, we're gonna do the safe one.
Yeah, you can see how like the quick strat is very, very risky. And they actually made it so that the safe strat is always consistent. Actually, I think the safe strat was how they were supposed to do it, but then people just found random ways to get past this. Like, there's one robot that's slower than the other one, and if you time it right, there'll be one's higher than the other, and that guy will be up, and you just run down. These bottom two guys are usually never a problem unless you just straight up bonk off a wall. And this game is really bonk heavy, let me tell you. Movement is rough. See, and it also makes this kind of funny because if you do, like, normally in a speedrun, we'll be doing this as Vegeta, and if you know Vegeta, I don't know why he hasn't just killed the dinosaur and just gone on with it.
Oh, I had that, Vegeta. You didn't run like you were supposed to. Lame.
Yeah, we would love to find a way just to skip the barrier so we don't have to do the eggs anymore. Or a way to kill the things with the eggs there, that'd be cool too, but...
I'm getting like no luck with the health right now though. Let's try and gain some more, but I'll gain like another level here soon.
You gonna try to get the level before the Dr. Rule fight?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what you should try to do. There we go. You can kind of compare to see how much faster that actually really is.
Nice. You shot off both strats now.
I plan on showing both, but I was kind of hoping to get the first. I had the first one, but
Since you may explain the Big Bang glitch because you're not gonna do it.
nah, because it's kind of useless anyways.
Well, it's only good if you have like the worst Vegeta, and even then, it's kind of
Go ahead.
a stretch. So in this game, so first off, I need to point out that this game does not have very many glitches. It's actually pretty straightforward. You pretty much play the game just outright skill-wise. But there is a glitch in the game, and if you want to do this casually, it's really cool. Where Big Bang in this game can store. So let's say the easiest way to do this is you'll put out the Big Bang, pause the game, go into rest mode, and during your entire time you're in rest mode, the Big Bang is charging, not consuming any of your energy, and it's still charging. And there is no cap on how long it can charge on the damage. So you can literally one-shot every enemy with Vegeta, as long as you charge it right. But there was a trick back in the day when if you got a bad Vegeta who had a high power stat, you would just kind of go into the cutscene, and while you're flying in the cutscene, right before you go into the game, you would hold the button on the right frame for Vegeta with Big Bang, and he would charge Big Bang during that cutscene while they're talking. So it would take the cutscene a little bit, it would slow it down a little bit so we don't rush through it as quickly. And as soon as we're done, we let go of that Big Bang, it'll instantly kill the boss. But now, with the way fighting works, it's just faster to fight them out, and just don't, skip the cutscene as fast as you can. Yeah, I saw that was happening once. I saw you take all those hits.
I saw what was happening when the robot just bounced off when he wasn't supposed to yet.
But now you guys are seeing what I'm talking about, like why this game is rough, because
Oh,
a lot of
come
this
on.
stuff we can't control. It just kind of happens.
See what I mean? Like, it depends on what... There's no way I would have been able to hit him because, like... Yeah, like I said, every frame you're in the hitbox of, or in the range of an enemy, it will choose when to hit you. And that was the first frame. Like, just boom. He was like, alright, well, it sucked.
You might just want to grind those rocks into his mouth.
Trying to kill one just to level
trying to-
up.
Yep.
There we go. Getting some bad level ups too, man. This run is just going places.
Oof, man. That's another thing I hate about the enemies is they can all put you in a corner where they're surrounding you on all sides and just kind of beat you around. There's nothing you can do.
And I don't get iframes like the bosses do.
Yeah, we're getting so many good examples of how painful this game can be. Jesus. So this is Jiro on the bridge, and Jiro on the bridge is really annoying because the bridge has a random, like, has a weird placement. Because he can bounce off a bridge wall and go completely random directions. It's really awful. So you want to get him off that bridge as fast as you can.
The area? No. Next one.
Down is Sensu being, left is the switch puzzle.
No, I'm looking for a save point.
Yeah, that'd be left and down. Because that's the city.
Yeah, the cities, because there is no save points in a dangerous area.
Another interesting thing about this particular area, and it kind of shows weird things about this game, but if you go through a loading zone and go to another area, then go back, you can actually, enemies will respawn where they were. So they have a certain place they can show up. No, there's a certain place they'll spawn as soon as you go into an area, and it will always reset. So a cool little trick you can do here for new runners is if you run straight to the left to the other loading zone, they'll reset to their regular position. So you don't have to actually deal with, you don't have those two at the edge aggroed onto you.
I'm not gonna be able to do this. I gotta level up somewhere.
You're fighting the two worst enemies to level up on. You have the snakes on the left, and you have the robots.
I don't get the robots are seeing me too early. What the heck?
They do.
Why are you seeing me too early? That doesn't even make sense. Oh, come on.
So the reason why the snakes are very bad at grinding enemies is because they have a bigger hitbox than most enemies, and the robots are bad because even if you kill them, they explode, so they can just kill you from the explosion by itself.
Ugh.
There you go.
Vegeta's really trolling me because of it's just really bad. I know it sounds like a really bad thing, but the fact that he's punching so low, I still can't get things to die fast enough, so it takes forever. He should have been like punching like at least 10 more than he currently is.
It is painful to watch when you're trying to do a run with a bad stat character. Like, if
Good
any
Lord.
character we want bad stat, it's Trunks, because Trunks, you don't do much with him. So it's not as painful, but Vegeta is one of the worst ones you could get, and same with Goku. Because it just becomes a painful grind forward.
Should be the last capsule.
I guess I'll just take a quick moment to remind you guys that this is Bring 'em Over 2. We are bringing Luis, Miguel, Madu, and Sopanama over to AGDQ 2019, where they'll be participating in the Mega Man X, X2, and X3 relay. So Madu and Luis are both Brazilians. They play Mega Man X3. And Sopa is from Finland, and he plays Mega Man X. All really talented and awesome people. So please, if you got a couple bucks to spare, please consider donating and helping us bring them over. This is a great cause.
So I saw that someone in chat asked if the stats are random. Yeah, they are. So the way the stats work in this game, and we explained it before, but I don't mind explaining it again, is every time you level up, you get a 1, 2, or 3. 3 being very, very rare. And what this game does was when it gives you a character, it just adds up the randomness of the stats that you would maybe have gotten, and then that's what you get. Sometimes you can get a really good one where it'll give you all 2s, or maybe if you're like 2s and 3s. But like for this one, it's probably a very few 2s and majority just 1 strength, and it just, as you can tell, it just hurts trying to force your way through it with a low stat character. And the problem is, and this is where a lot of people thought that this would be a cool idea, is if you could just like save before you get the character, then reset. No, most of this is already decided once you start the game.
Good Lord, man, Vegeta's so trolling right now. I can't.
That's why I was saying, like I said, this is why I keep saying that this game is like the toughest out of them, because there's a lot of just stuff we can't do much about. Random stats in an action RPG. I know, crazy, right? Awesome idea.
I can't get the fact that like Vegeta's like just like I'm putting him in a certain situation, but he should be able to hit something, and he's like missing. Like I think I'm like off an iframes or something. So weird.
So like the puzzle is black, green, and blue. Those are the switches you need to hit if you ever wanted to do this puzzle. Don't even worry about trying to solve the puzzle, because it's dumb. The way to solve this puzzle is really dumb. I've actually seen people who've played this casually and are still stuck at barrier with level 50 characters because they just can't figure out how the puzzle works. This does end at the Cell arc. So after the Cell games, you just go talk to Dende, and that's the end of the game.
It gets more smoother after Vegeta, it really does. It's just this part is just always, it's the beginning that always sucks, because they gave everything so awkward, and the beginning is just off track. But then the ending, you start having more stuff to deal with, and you have better power-ups, and it's just easier to take care of enemies.
Yeah, like the energy punch. Oof, it's like the best ability in the game. Which sucks, because in Boost Fury, it's worthless now. So it's bad, man.
Ah, well, I guess I could have done that. That's... Okay.
I would say this game is a lot of fun casually. Would you agree, Ultra?
Oh yeah.
Especially if you love Dragon Ball Z. This and the game afterwards, Boost Fury, are great casually. Log 2 is a speed run, though. It tests you. It tests your patience and everything, man.
I was supposed to level up again before 18. What?
I never do.
No, you're well. The routing it was supposed to because that way you can get full health and Super Saiyan everything.
Yeah, but you're far past that since you're a few levels above. Remember? Because of how bad your stats were.
Man, I would be killing these things if I had better RNG with Vegeta. I'm trying to play like I normally would if he just had a better attack. No, that's...
You got so used to resetting on Vegeta if it was bad that now you're just like, oh my god, so rough. Wrong save.
Good lord, man.
As you know, people would say this is just an example of marathon luck.
It really is. Like, this is not normal. There we go. 22. That is exactly where I should be at. Okay. Now we should be able to do this. I didn't need to go down. There's a save actually upwards. Sorry. We still have Trunks and Goku to get good RNG, so we can still turn things around. So, like I said, a lot of cutscenes. It's more story-based, this kind of RPG, because it's already,
It's an RPG.
it's a more heavy, because it's based off of an actual anime, so they have to have more story instead of creating your own. After this, we fight 18. It gets kind of more... we start leveling up characters after this. We got a lot of things to do for Trunks, Piccolo, stuff like that. So it starts to become a little bit more interesting as we unlock certain abilities. Oh, another interesting fact, because I was gonna do it, but I decided not to because that'd be less funny. Is that this game actually runs faster. The game itself runs faster if there's no sound. So, like, if you ever catch me do speedruns of this, it's because I actually will do no sound. I'm gonna try this glitch for you. But if this game runs with no sound, you can actually get things to load faster. I got it, Mixel. Mixel?
Yeah. What?
Alright. So, I got the glitch. So, you're gonna see me kind of sit here for a while with these text boxes.
Oh, you did? You got the Big Bang glitch?
Yep.
Yeah, we gonna show off some cool stuff now. The reason why 16 was never announced in Trunks' future is because 16 wasn't finished at the time, and Jiro didn't die this early. So that's pretty much the only reason they gave us.
And that's the fight. You were never supposed to charge the Big Bang that long. You killed a boss's health way more than you were supposed to.
Well, that certainly was a boss fight.
You know, it's funny because we don't do that anymore because it's actually slower than what we normally we do now.
If you got a good Vegeta, it's actually slower. So yes. But if you get a bad one, then that's actually a pretty consistent way of just trying. But it's actually it's a one frame trick. So you actually have control of your character when they fly and land on a piece of on whatever it is. You know, if they fly and land, you have one frame of control, and generally speaking, that's usually due to a transformation or, in this case, charging an attack. And the game is like, oh, you're charging, so it tries to build up its power, but you're in a cutscene, so it doesn't take away your energy during that cutscene. Popo, yeah, Mr. Popo, he's a bro today. Oh, I'm jumping ahead scenes. So it's more of trying to time your landing when you get it there. So, and then we get Trunks. Which we have to level up to 27. No, 30. And Trunks has some really cool abilities, so. Usually my buddy Mike Soul usually says about, last word about now.
Oh, sorry, the dog was barking. I was waiting until he was done.
Oh.
Yeah. But in this game, the strongest ability is Trunks' Sword Slash, and the reason for that is he does 2 hits technically. He does the actual sword slash, which is physical damage plus magic, physical damage plus your energy damage, and then it has the energy beam afterwards that does its own damage. So you're taking double damage from the first hit if you're close enough, and then the beam slash itself has its own individual damage, which is really high. So Sword Slash is really, really strong, but we barely ever use it.
90 Trunks and Super Saiyan. This is a really bad run. This would have instantly been reset mode right now. We are so far from go mode.
He should at least be hitting more than 110. So right now what we're doing is we're just kind of leveling Trunks to like his next level door level. I can't remember at the moment.
30.
Off my head. 30. Yeah, so we're trying to level him to 30. And this is the best place to do it because the place where the 30 door actually has less XP gain. So you're just gonna be seeing that. So if you have like a reason to donate right now or any donations you want to read off, go ahead.
Well, I don't have anything to read off right now, but I guess we could talk about the wonderful prizes that are available. The prize that is available for the current block, which is until the end of Ape Escape, is Hitman, the complete first season. So I don't actually know what this package entails, but I presume it's some sort of Hitman games. And if you get in at least a $5 single donation, or 500 bits in a single donation, then you will be entered into a draw for this game, which all the games will be drawn after the marathon, and then we'll get in contact with you afterwards. So definitely, if you didn't have enough reasons to donate already, there's another wonderful one for you.
Okay, here we go. So I usually level up Trunks to halfway here, and then we move on to the next scene. Because we get to another cutscene where you find out about Cell. Well, not completely, but we need to get to. It's always trying to time it so that you can level up right as you get to the next area that you're supposed to go to. So.
There's gonna be a lot of reasons like we'll stop somewhere at a random spot and then level because it's just the best XP, and this is like the biggest example of it.
I think I need 2 more bears. I should have killed them. Yeah, okay. And then we can move on. So right now, it's just more. This game is really, like I said, straightforward. It's you know, you pretty much being almost under level a lot of times. We're only leveling due to certain doors that we have to get past. There's no way around them. That's actually the only reason why we ever level, actually. Otherwise, I mean, the only time we actually level is if, like, maybe a boss fight's too slow. That's actually the only reason why we level Gohan.
Yeah, the only reason we actually... There's only one character we don't level for a boss door, and that's Gohan. Because trying to fight Cell at level 5 is the most cringy and the most impossible thing to watch. We had one person do that before, and by the time he got Cell to half health, he was crying.
Gohan punching level 5, because Cell is considered a level 40 boss. It takes quite a bit of time. And we try to get him to level 25 to kind of even up the punches. After that, it doesn't really save too much time versus trying to level him up. You can try to get him to level 30, but that's why I grabbed the capsules, because each capsule is considered actually a level. To say, because you can just I give him pretty much plus 5 strength out of those 3 capsules I grabbed. So right now we're going to... Oh, that's right, Junior Town. I don't know why I thought 17 of me. Because Piccolo needs to level up now, and we gotta fight in Perfect Cell. So
Which, since this is the first time Cell can be showed up in the run so far, Cell is considered a big mob, so you can kind of every frame hit him. So that's just one of those things. Like I said, he can use his tail to drain your health, and if he does grab you, just kind of sit there for a second until he lets you go. It's an annoying time lost, but there's not much you can do about it. You can spam buttons to get out faster, but it still takes away time.
It's nice that they're just lining up for him.
yeah. So there's charge movements. We're getting 2 of them. We're gonna get Gohan's later and Piccolo's only for 1 fight, really, and that's because it really speeds up a process in 17. So,
Would you like me to explain how the spin kick works, or would you like to?
do you know how that works? Go ahead, I
Pretty
guess.
much. So the way spin kick works, and this is Piccolo's charge move, is if you're in a certain range from his in his hitbox, it can hit up to 2 to 3 times, and in a game like this, that's ridiculous. Hitting an enemy 3 or 2 times is like an amazing amount of damage. Which each hit can be a crit. I've actually noticed that too. If you get a crit, you can actually hit all 3 of them a crit. But the problem with it is you have to be very, very close to Piccolo. And as Ultra's explained, the AI kind of chooses when to hit you once you're in their hitbox. So it's kind of scary, but if you get really good at it, you can kind of just constantly hit people with that move and just destroy them with Piccolo. Gohan's is the jump kick, and the jump kick is kind of okay. You know, it's a 2-hit. You full charge, you hit once, hit twice, and while he jumps forward, it's about that. But I'm pretty sure that's exactly how the spin kit works, if I remember right. And what you'll see is he'll use Piccolo's, and during the 17 fight, he'll be trying to do spin kicks. If he chooses to do that fight way. Oh wow, you're like really.
That was the
right
first
there.
frame he could have hit me on. Like, that was so random.
You've been hit every first frame, I've noticed. This
Like,
game is
come
not-
on, that doesn't even. That's not normal.
Dude, this game is not giving you anything today.
They are not. That is so unlikely. They are not supposed to hit you on the very first frame you show up. Good lord, this run is just not it's just not normal. This is not normal at all.
Marathon luck, my dude. It always happens. No man, it's got you two just constantly doing special beam cannon grind now. That's how fucking
I can't even count on the fact that they're not gonna hit me right away. They're just hitting me on every
Yep.
first frame.
Yo, that's rough. That's an old strat where you'd use special beam cannon since it's a piercing move and goes through enemies.
I'm just worried about 17 now because like I had to require to like get in his face and then he's just gonna hit me every first frame.
No, I'm reading the chat and I'm explaining stuff. Yeah, we do train on the sorry, I didn't see that one because I was putting my own bits into the chat. But yeah, we do grind on the alligators. We'll be doing it with Vegeta and Gohan later down the line. And like I said, if y'all have any questions in chat, I am willing to answer them about this game. So this goes back to what I was saying about the regeneration. When Piccolo is in Super Namekian mode, which is what he is right now, you know, Super Namekian, when you take your hat off, that's all it takes, right?
Yep.
Oh, and your turban, I forgot about that. But yeah, you take those off, you heal over time. And it's like the best redeeming quality for Piccolo.
He actually doesn't get a power boost like the Super Saiyan does.
So the reason why we play international is that Japanese text boxes, it's faster overall. Like I said, there are differences where it actually shows you stats when you level up. It has completely different artwork from the English, and that it's a version that came out later too. Other than that, it's not much. It's not really different than any other than that. It's about the exact same. It's also named International because I don't know why they not just keep the regular name. Pretty much, yeah, just because of time. Like, Japanese text boxes go faster than English text boxes.
Another first framer, man. You've got to be kidding me.
This game just does not like you today. Jeez, man. Hercule ending is only done in 100%. Because the only way to unlock Hercule is by having all the statues, which means you have to reach everyone to level 50 and then do their individual 50 area. And for 80%, that just kind of seems a waste of time.
I need one more bear. I think because I left that one screen too soon.
Yep. Oh, I could, okay, so, Piccolo actually has an attack a special attack that is completely worthless. And it's called Scatter Shot. And it shoots 3, like, random Kai blasts in all 3 directions, takes a ridiculous amount of Kai, and it's awful. It is just not worth it to use it, ever.
Alright. Training usually goes so smoothly, and it was just like... It was disappointing with Trunks, but that was about it.
So if you notice that Ultra got his XP bar to almost like maybe I guess 3/4, is that he wants to get a level up once he kills Cell. That way he can immediately run to the next fight. You know, get that, like I said, every level up heals you and gives you full energy, and he wants that full energy and that health back. Because the next fight is probably the worst fight in the game.
All right. I'm gonna probably stop talking for a little bit here. Never during cutscenes. Just for cutscenes, I'll probably be talking. Because I think I'm just losing concentration or something. I don't know what it is. I've just noticed that I've been getting hit in one frame. Pick a Cell. Imperfect Cell just did it 3 times in a row while I was against the wall. He just punch, like every first frame. I was like, dude.
You want me to explain stuff while you're going through it? Alright. Right now, there's story. Piccolo regrows his arm back. Cell's like, oh no, I'm not dealing with that. Just leaves.
And Vegeta's like, you, Namek, stronger, explain.
Explain.
He basically fused with Kami.
But I'm right here! No, I'm sorry.
Hey, what the heck's a Kami?
It means God. I'm right here.
You believe in your own hype that much? I am the hype. God.
Oh yeah, sorry. I don't actually have anything to say.
Oh, I heard you clear your throat. I thought you were getting ready to be fat. So
Sorry, I was just accidentally not muted.
Oh, that's all right.
That was actually funny.
Sound like Fatso.
It's great. So this is like one of those parts where normally we'll just go Super Saiyan and just run our way through to the very end. Because we're not going to need Super Saiyan for a while on Trunks. And actually we won't be able to use Trunks for a while until after the Hyperbolic Time Chamber after this. Which you get a free level up anyway, so it's like whatever. An interesting difference between English and Japanese is that in Dr. Gero's secret lab, in English, the game won't allow you to be Super Saiyan in there. So when you enter the room as a Super Saiyan, they actually waste time because it will divert you back to a regular. It takes away your Super Saiyan. But in Japanese version, they made the text boxes to have Super Saiyan, so you kind of just talk as Super Saiyan and you can go through the whole thing as a Super Saiyan. It's a weird detail they kind of added, and it was a weird detail to kind of be removed to begin with. Like right here in this cutscene that he just stopped at, he would just be turning back to normal in English. There's just like weird changes like that in English that just don't make sense.
So, like, this is just a lab of Cell. You're destroying the current time version of Cell so it doesn't come back and wreak havoc. Nothing really too much going on, just story. Right now, we're about to go into the fight of 17 itself, though. So
17 is like one of the worst fights in this game.
I killed Cell, yeah! Actually, it was funny, Trunks kills Cell in this, not Krillin. Alright, this is where we get our, Gohan. I will come back here later with, Piccolo's version of, his charge attack. We get Gohan's because it's actually easier on, Cell and, leveling him up, so... Goku comes back to health. Decides he needs to get stronger. And we go to Hyperbolic Time Chamber to train. And unlike Dragon Ball Z, it actually goes pretty quickly. A whole day passes in like 10 minutes.
Whoa, normally you can't even charge an attack in 10 minutes.
I know, right?
I know, not very accurate. This game needs to be fixed.
This game should take weeks to beat.
Hashtag not my Dragon Ball Z.
So we could do like really long-a-thon too, featuring like, Goku.
World record is like 40 hours or something.
That's just a Triceratops king. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Up, Mr. Popo. He always finds a way to bonk you. He always finds a way.
I cut it too soon. I think I would have had it if I stayed left.
Dude, you just kept the meme alive. It's fine. And yet he knows how to teleport too, because he always beats you here, even though you run past him. I just like how in that cutscene Trunks turns around and he's just like, he gives you that face of like, please help me. Please help me.
So,
On to the fun part.
Fun fact, just, facts about this game, I guess, for speedrunning wise. If you have any questions, ever want to speedrun this, I'm always open. I help out new people all the time. I still really wish I should finish my own tutorial, because I still didn't finish that yet. But it's a very fun game. If you like Dragon Ball Z, I also speedrun Legacy of Goku 1. Boy Mike Soul here. Speedruns Boost Fury. So, just all around the 3 version, or I'm not gonna include that game. The whole trilogy, so
Which one's not included?
GT.
Yeah, because it's not a RPG anymore. It's a side-scroll beat 'em up. But yeah, like the trilogy is like Log 1, Log 2, and Boost Fury.
And it's been kick. Alright. And at least pull this off to show my skills in this game. I'm second place in this game. I should be able to, like, do things, right?
Supposedly.
I had world record for this game for over a year. Alright. We're gonna see why we get a spin kick here.
Also, welcome to the 3rd best song in the game. But as you can see, that's the power of the spin kick. Like, you can just see how it hit him 3 times and put him back into a position to do it again. It's pretty strong if you can get really good at using spin kick. So the reason that this fight is the worst is you have to fight him 3 times with no level ups and pretty much barely any healing items.
Except for one that I grabbed on purpose. But actually not to heal.
Oh, I should explain how the drop rate works in this game. It's really dumb. I'll let you finish the fight first, so you can focus on that.
There we go. Woo! First try.
Nice. So if you notice that he used a Sensu Bean for this fight, it's actually routed that way so that you can stay in Super Namekian for as long as possible and get as much damage out as fast as possible. And you don't get the XP until the final fight like that one you just saw, which is kind of like, it hurts you quite a bit. Another thing is about, and this is about the way the energy and food drop work, and it's actually really dumb from what I can tell, because the way it works is whatever you have more of, it'll give you the opposite of. So if you have more health than energy, it'll give you health. If you have more energy than health, it'll give you energy. But if they're both super low, it's random. You don't know what you'll get. And it's just kind of the way the food drops work. And that's why you saw where he killed a rock at full HP and got more energy back. And that was the main reason why that is kind of normal. It's kind of a weird way that the drop system works in this game. And a lot of times it will screw you over if you're low on both. So.
But you see why we get spin kick, because it does over 100 hits. If I had a good Piccolo, it would have done over almost 200 each time, actually. That's just how big in a drop, just missing a few plus ones really is. Because he was punching at non-Namekian at 40s. Non-Namekian, he can easily do 60 on well, no, 50, and then he can hit 70 as Super Namekian. So like it's really, when you do these runs, the RNG can be just totally just, you know, just up and down on a scale. And that's pretty much it for Piccolo, except for Cell Jr. later on, so. And now we work with Vegeta. Most of the characters stay at level 30. Piccolo, I think, stays at level 27. He gets a level after that. Or is it 26 still?
26. He doesn't go. Remember, he doesn't go in the hyperbolic time chamber.
No, I was trying to remember if he levels up after 17 or not.
Normally no.
And Gohan is usually stopped at 25. That's usually a good golden number. Sometimes I'll stop at 22 or 23 if I noticed good plus twos.
Yeah, if you get good plus twos with capsules, we'll kind of carry you through it.
So now Vegeta is gonna do his notorious trying to find, you know, semi-perfect cell on the islands. But before we do that, we have to level up.
I know you're playing me, but you're right.
So I still argue that this is faster.
And it kind of is. So there's a big debate when it comes to the runners of this game versus the TAS. The TAS says that like Super Saiyan is faster, but the problem is right now
They say it's not faster.
Oh, they did not. Oh, that's right. They don't. So the problem with Super Saiyan in this game right now is that because they took the fact that in the story they build up their strength, which is kind of wrong because Vegeta didn't do it, but because Trunks got so, you know, he put all his power into strength that his speed got decreased. It gave that both to Trunks and Vegeta, which is really annoying. But you're actually hitting for a lot more than you would have, because it's doubled your strength but reduced your speed. And we also got another ability called Energy Punch. Well, it's not. I don't remember the exact name for it.
That's what it is. Yeah, that's what it's called.
Oh. So what Energy Punch does is it takes the values of your punch and then adds your values of your energy into it. So you're hitting for double the damage, and it is very, very strong. But it's also very, very cautious because every time you use it, it takes up energy. So if you use it too much, you lose Super Saiyan really fast. And the problem with this grind that they came up with, without Super Saiyan, you're moving at normal speed. So TAS is saying that it would be faster to do it that way. And in a TAS, that makes sense because you're doing everything perfectly. But humanly wise, Super Saiyan just seems better because you're hitting harder, and with Energy Punch, you're leveling way faster. Yeah. Depending on the runner, depends on what route they go. Some people go the upper route. Ultra goes the down route. It's whatever route you prefer. I don't think there's really much of a time difference between the up versus down. And like as Ultra said, he's trying to level up so that way he can get to the next level door. Ooh, man, these tigers are tearing you up.
Saber-tooths always do that.
Yup, that's why I hate them. They're the second most annoying enemy in the game. These pterodactyls are just kind of meh. I feel like in this game, the bigger the enemy, the easier it is to deal with them.
Oh yeah.
The smaller they are, the worse they are.
Now, usually I want to say I'm pretty good at this point in the game, but because we're on a marathon and I would like to complete the game, I'm gonna save over here.
You're gonna take that save at the end? Yeah, you are. I see it. So, like, if we were doing all bosses, this is where we'll start picking up Namekians. Actually, you would have picked it up back when you got Piccolo, back to Piccolo again for a 17 fight. But this is where you'd pick up your second Namekian, which is like at the top part. And you'll have to collect it while doing runs. Hey, look, silver. Yeah, ladybugs are a little annoying too. But
wow, really,
they don't come up
Saber-tooths? Holy cow, 4 first framers. You've got to be kidding me.
Yep.
Vegeta is just not happening today. Vegeta is destroying us.
That's true. Every time you've been playing as Vegeta, you just got the worst RNG.
More reasons to hate Vegeta.
So, in this game, they had to come up with a reason why the animals want you dead, and the show kind of gave it for them, the Blackwater Mist. So, when you see that icon, that means every enemy in that area is trying to kill you. That's just a sign that's saying, hey, these are dangerous enemies. They actually referenced that, which is kind of funny because it was kind of a made-up thing for the show. It wasn't really in the manga.
Alright, we gotta save that because I just turned to level 30 way too soon. And I hate Vegeta so much right now. Like, that is so odd, man, that this whole run that enemies have been hitting me on the very first frame that they show up. They're not supposed to do that, or not that often.
Vegeta and Piccolo. Like, Trunks, you didn't have that issue. Piccolo, you had it, and then Vegeta had it. What happened to all that juice and push-ups? How did you turn Super Saiyan? How many push-ups did you do? How much juice did you drink?
What the heck was that?
So normally he would want to try to get like in the center of the enemy so he can do up and down strats with the punch thing, but Cell's kind of telling him no. It's gonna give him a hard time.
Alright. Trunks is easier to deal with. I can at least stun him though. Ah man, it's just Vegeta's just been dealing just. No, I know we have a hate relationship, but man, come on.
Ultra, he knows that you hate him, so he's gonna give you a hard time. So for Trunks, we're gonna be fighting Cell twice. It's not that rough. It's actually not that bad, even though you have the movement speed debuff.
All right. If we got a moment, I'd just like to take a moment. This is Bring Him Over 2. We are raising funds to bring Luis Miguel, Madu, and Sopa over to AGDQ 2019 as part of the Mega Man X, X2, and X3 relay. It's going to be a fantastic relay. These are all fantastic players. So if you've got a few spare bucks under the couch that you can find and donate to this worthy cause, it would be much appreciated.
There we go. Yes, and I appreciate everybody who has donated. Again, I'm a big Mega Man X fan and Mega Man fan in general, and this is a really good community to come together like this and just help each other out. So I really do appreciate all the support and everything everybody has done.
I was gonna say, for new runners of this game, it's actually not that bad of an idea to get out of Super Saiyan for that fight, so you don't have to deal with the movement debuff. Until you get better at fighting, it's an easier way to do it. Also, what I was gonna say is, aren't you guys counting the bits too? So if y'all can donate bits, it would help them too.
Yeah, free bits.
Yes, this is true. And in fact, every 500 bit or larger single donation counts the same as the $5, which they can qualify for our wonderful and fabulous prizes, including the including the current prize, which is going through the end of Ape Escape, which is Hitman, the complete first season. And I understand this is like a recent Hitman game, and it's like all complete, including everything. So if you want to get in on that, definitely get your $5 donation.
There you go. Grind in free bits and try to see if you can get that many free bits.
And now we get to unlock Goku. The biggest lottery of them all.
They gotta give you a decent Goku, at least.
There's no
At
way.
least.
There's no way this game is gonna help me this time. This game is like, oh, you're doing this for a marathon? Let me hold my beer. Like,
Dude, the worst types of runs is where you'll go through the whole game and then you get a Goku who's hitting less than like characters who are like twice his level. You're just like, are you kidding me? Game, please? He's hitting 100 max, says Silver.
I started off with the 42 Vegeta. Piccolo was 18. Trunks was punching Super Saiyan at 90. Like, I don't know how much more bad RNG this game can give me. Besides a 60 punching Goku at level 35. Where if this game does it, I'm never playing this game again.
Dang.
Oh no, wait, I went to Ginger Town. I used to go to West City first. So the reason why Goku is the biggest source of RNG is that he has the biggest sequence, and that is collecting the Dragon Balls.
And it takes forever. Yes, there are runners in Boo's Fury if you're interested to learn about that game speedrun too. So in this game, the Dragon Balls don't spawn until you have the Dragon Radar. So like that's why we're coming back to these older areas to grab the Dragon Ball. Not like because we couldn't before because they didn't show up on the map. They didn't spawn until you get the Dragon Radar.
Kind of like how if you watch the Battle Network run, it kind of gives you like that sense of like visiting areas you may have missed or something. Because there's another hunting quest in this game called the Golden Capsules, and you have to find 25. And once you do, you get the ability just to instead of waiting to get to a world map, you can just leave to the map itself at any moment. And that was not. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, so this may be like a 120 Goku. Just saying. Really wish it wasn't the 90 something though. Just a little bit better than that.
You know what? It could have been much worse, Ultra.
It could have been. He could be punching 60s right now.
That would just be the game telling you to go. just go.
Never play this game again.
Never go. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, there's the +5 capsules, which is the ones that are behind like Cooler and inside Gohan's house and all kinds of stuff. We kind of don't get any of those.
No, this is definitely my worst marathon log, and not the worst you could possibly get, but having 18 Piccolo, having Vegeta who's punching at 40, not 40s, just 40 when he started, and then Trunks who was doing 90. There were some 88s there, but 90 was like a consistent number he had. So actually, that's actually bad, because right now we're punching the same amount as Goku, 90. You see 93 there. We're punching the same amount, but at level 35. Trunks was level 27 when we unlocked him. He was punching at 90. That should kind of give you an idea of how silly Goku RNG really can be. And in my world record run at the time, when I had it, was my PB is I had a Super Saiyan Goku punching at 209. Wait. Yeah. And then the next one is where we level up Gohan and Vegeta gets the Dragon Ball. That's right, yep. Oop. So we also have to level up Goku as well. He has to be level 40 to open up the cell door. So, and another door during the Dragon Balls. No, I'm not saving no Namek.
Ultra, you're so cruel.
He can find it.
Cold-hearted Goku.
Yep, he can find his own way back home.
Dude, he's just trying to walk around and explore the world, you know? Why we gotta come around and just take him away from that? He's exploring his new home.
Okay, you got a point. While I'm here, I guess I'll just try and I guess I'll just take a look at some of the runs we got coming up very soon. Once this run is finished, we'll be going into Trine 2, which is going to be a new game plus co-op run, which should be very interesting and fun to watch. Then after that, we got some Mega Man Zero as a race between Flamberger and Hetfield, and Mega Man Zero 2 by Orsa. So just like some extra things to look forward to once this run's done. Should be really fun.
Sounds like it'll be a party.
Those are really good runs too. So
yeah, they are.
Oh, what? That was a troll. No, I need a level before I leave this area. I don't think I killed enough ninjas.
Bonk.
Oh, man. I left myself wide open so many times. Alright. I guess I'm not totally unlucky. I should be thankful.
You should have died there.
Sounds like you're in there. That
Yep.
Bye, Namekian. Enjoy your new world.
Alright, so here we do islands. And then I gotta switch to Vegeta. That's right, okay. Because islands will help us level Gohan, and then when we leave the island, we switch Vegeta for his door. And we're gonna save here, because this... Even I could be really good at this game. I could have been like doing this game for a while. I could still die here at any moment because of how just under level I am right now.
So now we're back to punching alligators, guys. Gotta make us some new boots somehow.
Are we in Alabama or something?
I knew you were gonna say that. Boy, I gotta tell you, we gotta make them boots. Got our kids out there punching alligators in the face.
Oh, you know what? I'm also doing this with a handicap.
Yep, I just realized that too. Do I say Namek or Namekian? Do I say both?
both at once. In fact, if you say Namekians, you saying both.
Hmm?
Whoa. Mind blown.
Fatso with the strats.
That's what I'm here for.
Top tier.
Efficiency.
Remember the good old days when you were a kid just punching alligators in the face? I do. Now you see how fast that is? It's crazy. Old Gohan grinding would have took forever to get to 22.
It did.
We would have just killed the first enemy. Oh, that's so crazy.
It took this long to get to level 13 back because we didn't kill the dinos right away. We killed the tigers.
Yup.
It's funny just remembering how like old school like your speed run used to be, and you're like, man, remember when we used to do that? What a waste of time that was.
That's pretty much what it is. It's pretty bad.
I found out this is not Dragon Ball Z related, but it's Mega Man X related. I found out later that people used to do ladder kicks thinking that was faster. Apparently that stopped being faster. So it's kind of funny just how things change over time.
It was never faster, Ultra. It's only faster in the task.
Alright. This door... I'll be able to save later, actually.
Dude, it's so sad that Super Saiyan storage doesn't work in Log 2 like it does in Boost Fury.
Oop.
At least it looks like you can get some revenge on these snakes that wronged you.
Yep.
At the start.
This
I
is where
love how
we'll.
this game's idea of killing things is just making it explode and just punch and it exploded into dust. It's great. Squirrel.
Squirrel. Okay. So this is where we level Goku to 40.
You guys like ninjas? Let me tell you, you're gonna be seeing a lot of ninjas now.
Does this mean he's Goku stronger than Naruto?
Yes. Confirmed.
Don't tell the fans that.
I mean, only one of them shoots laser beams out of his.
It's true. None of them have a closed beam. Dragon Ball Z 1.
Piccolo's the only one that has a closed beam.
Hey, that is enough. You only need one character to summon clothes.
Alright, so this is the last part of the segment of the Dragon Balls, really. There's like a few, there's like 2 more we have to grab. And then it goes to Cell. So, I say it's that simple, but we still got probably like another like, I want to say 10 minutes.
Nah, probably longer than that.
Oh, that's right, because Cell itself takes 10 minutes.
Because of just cutscenes alone. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. I knew when I was dying to Vegeta, I was going to be overestimated. I do apologize for that on that, guys, everybody. I was not expecting the RNG I was getting this run. This was way different than... They say plan for the worst. I thought I planned for the worst, but apparently this game just said you did not.
This game said, you thought that was the worst, watch this. Like a lot, this RNG has been insane to watch. I'm just glad it's not me who gets this RNG right now.
Oh, wait, it is right left. What am I doing? Oh, well. I spaced out. I thought I went one right. That's alright. I still need to get the levels anyways, so... $38.
Switch puzzles are fun. I have to keep telling myself that.
Yeah, you almost had me going there. I was getting ready to. I was getting ready to load up my favorite puzzle games.
Just keep telling yourself that, you'll feel better about what you're doing.
Alright.
Frame perfect drop puzzles.
Yep.
No thank you. No thank you.
That happens too. Sometimes the charge won't, even though you have a charge, the game is like, what do we do?
What are you doing?
Oh, I was thinking you end up in a frame perfect drop puzzle.
No, frame perfect. I'm out. I'm sorry. That'd be the first run to like quit. It's over. Frame perfect. Nope.
That would be insane.
Okay. And then we should be able to get some pretty good levels here with the 4. And then I should be able to level up to 50 on the way out.
So I do want to like make this joke because it's funny to me. I like how these guys' idea to stop Cell from killing them is to put themselves underwater. The guy who can destroy a planet, you know, hiding under some water will be fine. So it's safe, right?
And what did
I heard that, like, even a shallow pool can break the longest falls, so clearly the water will protect them.
I hear in the anime there is like a side episode of Gohan going to a town, and they're like taking all the way the town's money to make this dome and protect them from Cell. And then Gohan just blasts it with a basic Kai blast, and it just blows up.
And yeah, he just blows it up and goes, "You're not the Cell. That's not gonna protect you from Cell."
They even protect you from me.
And I'm a kid. That episode was really funny. I was like, are you related to Goku? Yeah, that's my dad. Nope, I'm out. Not dealing with this. Nope,
Yeah,
nope.
General Tao left. Actually, he'll do that here, but I'm sorry, we're in Japanese, so you're not gonna kind of see the expression from General Tao. But
It's really funny. So this game, one thing I do recommend if you're playing this casual is to save before the boss fights, because certain boss fights have like individual things you play as certain characters. So like if you go in this as Goku, he'll be like it takes a minute for Tao to realize it, and then when he sees that it's Goku, he just kind of goes nope, 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 nope. Does the same with Gohan, where he's like, "Who are you related to?" Gohan, yeah, Goku's my dad. It just goes, "Oh, not dealing with this." And then like other characters are different, but like Cooler's my favorite one, because when you're fighting Cooler, like one of the hidden bosses, what he'll say for Goku is like, "I've been waiting for you, Gohan." Is like, I was hoping to fight your father. If you do Piccolo, he goes, "I've been killing many of you, whatever." But my favorite is Trunks, because he'll have no idea who Trunks is, and then when he goes, "I was hoping to fight Goku, the one that killed my who beat my brother." Trunks immediately, without hesitation, says, "Yeah, he may have beaten him, but I killed both you, your brother, and your father." And then Cooler just loses it in the text boxes. It's really funny that they went out of their way to program all that. And you'll only be able to see that if you like try to beat all the bosses. But General Tao is also a really funny one. So now we're just fighting Tao, you know, a robot, half human,
an android.
an android. Let's just add another one. Is that 4? I see. I'll never let the boy live this one down.
Like I said, it's all about timing in these punches, you guys. So it may seem like, oh, just mash and you can win. I wish, man.
If you mash punches in this game, your punches will be so inconsistent that maybe you'll hit every other one, and not everyone you need to hit.
Dang, this game would be no good for me then. All I know how to do is
Mash.
press the button fast.
Hey, you can skip cutscenes like crazy. You got that at least. And then get to the first Frieza boss and then die because you've been mashing. Oh, that scene is so
You just laugh at someone dying 3.5 minutes of the game.
I've always done that, man. You know me. I'm mean sometimes. But...
No, you're just Krillin. Alright. So we're done with that. But now, there's like one other Dragon Ball. Right? Ooh, I know it's the snow one I'm missing.
You used to have 2. You used to have the snow and you have the dinosaur one.
That was 3 first frame hits right there. That is... You gotta be kidding me.
Man, that Snake was like getting his revenge for his friends. That Snake was like, "You killed my friends. I got this."
What a meanie.
Oh, those I could run past. Oh, wow. Okay.
These tigers have better things to do, apparently.
This can be dangerous. Even like I said, even if you are pretty good at the game, this can, because you want to do this fast and you try to get past these stupid animals, but they give you the two meanest animals to get past.
The saber tooth and the bear lion, or bear wolf, or whatever you want to call it.
I believe.
I got it.
Actually, he got a really good one there because they were
Yeah.
all on the right side. Normally, they all sit on the left side
Yep.
as soon as you grab the Dragon Ball, and then you're just kind of stuck there until you kill them all. But that was actually very, very lucky that they were all on the right side.
See,
I wish-
it happened because I believed.
Yep. Matzo
Are you-
raises arms, you guys.
Are you RNG Jesus? Is that who this is?
Typical.
Yes, bless-
Play him on TV.
He blessed your run, Ultra.
I think that's Tokyo.
Damn.
So for me, I switch characters to get Super Saiyan to run past all this, because we got to go back to an area that we've been before. Kind of like what I explained earlier, this game tries to get you to explore things you did not see before. So right now we're going to go to the area of what we were talking about earlier, original area where Gohan leveled up to 25, and it took a lot longer than what you saw. So
And you guys will never know how scary it is to bring a level 12 character in level 40 area just to watch your character do no damage and then it one-shotting you.
yeah.
This is just the worst. Triceratops. So the Triceratops are kind of slower than regular enemies, which is why that old strat used to work. They have a less chance of hitting you right away. They can still do it, but it's just very, very unlikely that they will. And I've noticed every Triceratops you've run by has done it, so... This run is not proving my point by any means.
I think I just barricaded myself right there. Come on. Come on.
Oh, you did.
Come on.
Ah, yes, Blue T-Rex. I think...
Oh,
T-Rex is
you've
supposed
gotta be kidding me with those frames, man.
Uh,
That was just boom, boom. Like, that is abnormal. That does not happen. Like, I think I got like a weird segment in my run.
So blue T-Rex or whatever they are, because I don't think they're T-Rexes. But I think at some point they wanted that to be a boss, but then they just decided not to. So now it's like an enemy with a giant amount of health and just does nothing. But there's actually a hidden boss in that snow area we just were that is a black Triceratops, a black T-Rex, and if you kill it, you get a +5 stat capsule. And there was some debate a while back that would it be faster to get that and then use that for a level up, and we saw how long it took to kill that boss, and we're like, it's not that worth it. We can get the levels real fast anyway. But like, if you're doing all boss, it actually is really good because you could just give it to whoever you had the worst stats for, and it would just kind of bring them back up to speed. Or if you're doing 100%, you just give it to Hercule, who has no stats.
Yeah, well, that's usually what we collect all those capsules for, is Hercule.
Yep. So like for 100%, we actually have to use them too, which is funny.
No, we don't have to use them. We just have to collect them.
But I'm saying for stat-wise, you might just want to, just to make the grind faster.
It's kind of silly not to when you collected them all.
Because Hercule hits for nothing. It's ridiculous. He could freeze every enemy on the screen, but he hits for nothing.
All right, there we go.
Man, I'm just like watching you do this, and I'm just thinking of like if you were doing this with Gohan at level 12.
We used to do that area with Gohan, getting all the way to the bottom and then coming back up, and that took some time. That I think I timed it. My Gohan segment used to be like 7-8 minutes for that.
You should have switched to Vegeta since he has a full bar of energy.
It's not that further up.
Oh, another thing about these robots with the flamethrowers, if there's two of them on screen, the game just lags, and it's because there's too much going on the screen. And it's really potent in Boost Fury, because there's a lot of just in-game lag based off of that stuff. Flamethrower has so many animations that the Game Boy has a hard time to register it sometimes. He's our savior. Hey. Our savior doesn't have to hit hard. He just gotta be flashy and freeze the enemy to death.
Alright, here we go.
So now we're at the Cells games, boys. Now we get to do the end fights.
Good luck. Have fun.
Thank you.
Wait, we're having fun? Is that how you do a speedrun? God, I've been doing it wrong.
Sometimes.
So as soon as you walk into the loading zone, you get full HP on all your characters. So it doesn't matter how much HP he has when he goes in.
I walk in as a Super Saiyan because being full HP or magic, Kai as well, and it's easier to start off fighting Cell that way.
It's just reminding me of when Gohan level 5 versus Cell, where the only healing item he had left was just cookies, and he just kept spamming cookies, and it wasn't helping.
Cookies only give you +5 health.
It was so funny. Wow, we've done.
Like I said, a lot of this game is more cutscenes, so it's just like, you know.
And there's Hercule. He's got this. I believe him. He's gonna do it. Watch. Oh, never mind. Yeah, that reminds me. I wonder if they know what they're saying. Yeah, they know exactly what they're saying. This game is fake news. Dang. Is Hercule in the chat making sure that everyone knows that this game is fake news?
Ooh.
That was a pretty clean fight, part 1. It's a trick, it's mirrors.
I gotta say, it looks a little goofy watching the boss go like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah,
Getting
it kind of
slammed.
is. It's really funny because you only can really see it this funny when it's like the bigger enemies. When you do it to smaller enemies, you can barely tell what's even happening. But for big enemies, it's just they're so huge they just take up the screen. You can see exactly why they're just permanently stun locked.
That's really funny in the task, actually.
Yeah. So an interesting factor about this fight is that this fight is set up in 3 different areas, even though it's supposed to be the same area. So like the first one, which is Goku and Gohan's fight, first part of the fights, is its own separate area, and the only reason we know this is that the rocks will supposedly respawn after this Gohan fight, and then for the entire Cell Junior portion, they won't respawn. But after that part, they respawn again for Super Saiyan 2, which there's no point of using for Super Saiyan 2. Like your stats are so high, you hit for a ridiculous amount.
Wow. All right. Please. I'm not jinxing anything else yet, so.
pretty decent Gohan too. Nice.
Yeah, it was. Like, that was a really good one. And that's only because of just the way you leveled him and my +5 strength.
And I do need to tell him to remember that he is under level with most of his characters. The only ones that are not under level are Trunks and Vegeta, and they're just barely under level.
Well, actually, they are, actually. Because this is a level 40 area, man.
Yeah, and Trunks and Vegeta should be 40. Yeah, they should be just barely below it.
They're 30.
Yeah, so they're barely below. Another thing that I'm going to explain is that Cell Juniors have a very, very weird hitbox. And by that, I mean their hitbox is actually smaller than their model, which makes these fights really annoying. And since Piccolo is like 26, he's really under level here. So the Piccolo portion is probably the hardest one. And normally, if you get the 2 sensu beans, we would use the second sensu bean right here after like you get beaten up quite a bit.
Oh, you had to say something. Alright, you're getting out of that corner.
He got stuck in the wrong spot. Yeah, that's a bad corner.
You're getting out of that corner. No. No. That's why we got that sensu bean. Just for this. We saved it the whole game.
Yeah, it's pretty common to save it too for there. But in this area, not only is it like the worst hitbox for the Cell Juniors, but there's so much so much random stuff just scattered all through the level that they can get stuck in, and it becomes really, really bad. There is for casual play, there is actually a way to do these fights without taking any damage, but it's beyond slow. Because what you would do is you'd get him stuck behind one of these small rocks, and then you just punch him over the rock. And it takes forever. It's just faster to just fight him out straight outright.
Okay. Let's go. Come on.
Nice. Vegeta's is pretty decent. It's not too difficult. Most people won't go Super Saiyan on Vegeta just so they can save it for Trunks later on. And because of Energy Punch, you can hit pretty hard too, so it's not that bad. You don't want to get back in that corner. I saw that.
Alright, one more. We're gonna do this the cool way, actually.
Oh, we're doing sword strats? Nice.
We're gonna give you guys something really cool to see.
So this goes back to what I was saying of how like the sword slash is really broken, because if you notice he's getting hit twice per each sword slash. And normally what people would do is they'll punch them for half the health and then just finish them off by using sword slashes at point blank. And like I said, he can break the rocks now that this is the final one, because they're going to either reset, but then again, once he hits Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, he's not going to need them.
Alright,
So.
it's over. Cool. Alright, so it's just pretty much giant glorified cutscenes from here, you guys.
And at this point, he's pretty much in the clear.
It takes a lot to die here.
Like, you have to purposely kill yourself. It's pretty bad.
The cool thing about this RPG is they give you unlimited power, and Gohan regenerates health. So... See?
See, why couldn't you just hit for these numbers earlier?
I know, right?
I know, right? It's so stupid.
He's at max stats. He's literally 100, 100, 100 on all three. So,
He's literally hitting as hard as you possibly can in this game.
I guess I'll take one more opportunity while we're in the sort of like
yeah, go ahead. Yeah, it's a giant cutscene.
to yeah, just to shout out who we are. This is Bring 'em Over. We are raising funds for Sopanama, Luis Miguel, and Madu, and bringing them over to AGDQ 2019, where they will be playing in the Mega Man X, X2, and X3 relay race. It's gonna be a great race. They're all fantastic people, fantastic runners. So I'm really looking forward to seeing all three of these guys at AGDQ, and we need your help to make that happen. So any spare couch change, any bits you got hanging around, anything you can do to help, even just spreading the word.
Yep.
If you can host us, if you can share our channel on Twitter or other social media, anything you can do would be a massive help. Yeah. So thanks again for watching this run, and there's lots more goodness coming up.
Yep. Here, the Walrus versus Sopanama races later today. My baby boy. I love seeing, like, Team 4-star references.
It's what makes this run so much fun. It's just you get to make as many as you want.
Oh, Sunday. My bad. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
You better be there.
You won't buy the full seat because you'll be sitting on the edge. Oh my god.
Do it now! It's a little bit less dramatic in the game, but... the music makes it work.
Oh, definitely.
This run was alright. I feel like Dragon Balls went actually pretty well. Slight hiccup on Piccolo's leveling, but Gohan went smooth. Vegeta was just the troll of the day. That's all I gotta say, because, like, I could not catch a break at those robots. I'm usually pretty good about that, and that was something else. Alright, time comes up when we talk to Dende. And... time. I was wearing my armor. So...
God.
Sub 220.
Dude.
Sorry about the slight hiccup. That was way bad estimates.
It was just bad RNG all around, man.
I was not expecting a lot of that.